Temple Moor. Temple Moor. Hey, where was y'all when he was on the milk crate? Hold up. Let me clarify. My brother, the cheat code TM say, the cheat code Tamar, he say, what's the test on, brother? The test on is that many people like to come at the brothers in the temple, and these brothers outside the temple try to authenticate their teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali and say the temple don't matter, or the temple is corrupt, or the temple has been what they call it, infiltrated, and all of that. I say, put up or shut up. Show me your evidence, I show you mine. Show me your information, I show you mine. Also, we got those outside of the paradigm of the Moorish Science Temple of America and the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. They have an issue about some of the sciences that we teach, whether it's Sunni, whether it's Kemetic, whatever. I'm saying today, come on, pass them the link and tell them, come on. I got a few Moors on standby, ready to roll with the temple Moor. You know what I mean? This is a temple. Prophet Noble Drew Ali was a temple Moor. I want y'all to know that. Anybody say that they follow Prophet Noble Drew Ali and they not a part of a temple, establishing a temple, or making a temple stronger than it was when they came, then they can't say they follow the Prophet Noble Drew Ali or honor the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, because he is the authentic and original temple Moor. Know what I mean? He is the original temple Moor. Brother, when we're talking about the temple, I said this earlier, cheat code. Let me calm down. Cheat code said it's not the temple, it's the practitioner. Brother, we're talking about the spirit and the essence of a thing. The spirit and the essence of the thing. The temple that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali put together, there was a spirit, there was an essence that motivated people to build communities. Yeah, Elijah Muhammad took a page out of it and he built on it. You know what I mean? He motivated people. Oh, yeah, you're right. The people are corrupt. Okay, I got you, Chico. But what I'm saying, the spirit of Prophet Noble Drew Ali motivated people to build on an ideal that was greater than they could even imagine. But they still strove for it. Today, we don't see that today. And so I'm bringing back the original temple Moor to the public. The original temple Moor is the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And what I'm saying is I'm bringing it back to the public for the public who don't know, but the original temple Moor, they will know. Prophet Noble Drew Ali.
On Indiana Avenue, flags on his head. Hey, where was y'all when the enemy tried to kill him? When they said he was a prophet, but really didn't kill him? Where y'all at now? Are you with me? Are you down? It's time to stand up. The prophecy is down. Hey! Now what you gonna do about it? Prophet Noble Drew Ali. We do about it. That's right. I'm the 34th generation. So I ain't worried about all the hate and all the crazy misinformation needs to stop. You want to preservate because you were part of the plot to keep them on top and leave them at the bottom. At the bottom, you call them problem in the heart. You forgot them. Hey! You ain't fighting this war right. Flags under eyes, having something all night. Reading all them books and studying the law. But the problem was the person he settled for his song. He left his feet clearly kept on the south side. 30,000 walls, 49, ready to ride. On school, on stores, on community. And I'm going with the prophet on it. What you gonna do to me? I never saw that in 1913. That's right. Elijah had blood, we was in the grave, the land of the Lord. Where was y'all when he was on the little crate? Going hard, I'm learning the mistake. Where was y'all when he only had his flag on Indiana Avenue, flags on his head? Hey, where was y'all when the enemy tried to kill him? When they said he was a prophet, but really didn't feel him? Where y'all at now? Are you with me? Are you down? It's time to stand up. The prophecy is down. Hey, I hear you talking, but show me what you producing. The enemy nothing, a weed here talking stupid. I'm in the courts getting beat up in the hallway.
First and foremost, let me rise and give praise to the great God of the universal law. I give honor to you and you and you and you. But before that, I'd like to give honor to the original temple Moor, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. the original temple Moor. This is for those who think that the temple is not necessary. You know, this is for those who think that they are smarter than the prophet. Like my brother Tunica L. Oh, you smarter than the prophet, huh? You smarter than the prophet, huh? So look, I done gave Islam is what to get back. Islam. Praise Allah, praise Allah. Let me respond. I'm live at the moment. At the moment, as soon as I finish. But soon as I finish, I'll hit you back. That's right. That's right. We handle temple business. We handle YouTube business and all that. He said, bro, I identify with Hebrew laws, but I appreciate your work. Absolutely, Chico. But you know what, Chico? The Hebrew laws are consistent with the laws of the Moorish Science Temple of America. If we haven't allowed people to put their hand into it. Because, brother, let me tell you something about the Hebrew law. Some Hebrew law need to be taken from the principal point of view. Let me say it like this. We know some of the things that the Hebrews demonstrated in the days of old, we couldn't demonstrate today in the literal sense. But one thing that we can demonstrate in the literal sense is the principle and what was demonstrated. For example, back in the day, they took a lamb, boom, they put him on the altar, boom, they burn them up, and they say, let the fumes or the incense or the smoke from the lamb go up into heaven. Now, today, as we know, as people would say, that Jesus was the Lamb of God. Well, I say you are that Jesus, and you are the Lamb right now, and that you must give your life as the willing sacrifice, and that your good works send a beautiful incense up into the cosmos so it can return the blessing to the other people. Did I say that too fast? Did I say that too fast? Did I say that too fast? Meaning that you, people, you must become the living sacrifice today. Cease to look for that somebody going to come and save you today. You must be the one to become the living sacrifice. You must become the Jesus, the iconic. See, listen. So a lot of people like to say, well, you know, Jesus never exists. Have you really read the story and the principles of the story? The principles of the story of Jesus is alive and well. The essence of what it represented and what it represents is alive and well. Are you able to achieve that? Are you able to achieve that? See, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. See, when we get caught up with people saying, oh, you know, Jesus never exists and Moses never exists, it's because they don't have enough patience to break down the story and find the essence of the story and the relevance of the spirituality of the story. And so they throw the baby out with the bathwater. They throw the baby out with the bathwater. They never even took time to read the essence of the story. You know, so when you say Jesus ain't exist, let me give you a degree real quick. The reason why that they call the brother named Jesus is because of the pronunciation of the word. You feel me? The pronunciation of the word. And so the Greeks could not pronounce the real name of our brother. The Greeks could not pronounce the real name of the brother. And so they spelled it in Moorish Latin. Jesus. They spelled it. I'm going to leave y'all alone, man. Now, this brother said, Jesus is Euros. We married Moors, whatever you're talking about, root words. Jesus is not Euros. I'm telling you. It's spelled like that. Let me break this down to you. I hope the Sunni brother come on. Because it was the Sunni brother that supposed to come on, right? And when he was supposed to come on, one thing I want to break down to people that people don't really understand is like my Mobitis, we was having a conversation today about the two terms, Muslim and Muslim. And I will go on the record. And let people know that there is no difference in the term Muslim or Muslim. Those terms are interchangeable. And I will go on the record and challenge anybody on it. But let me tell you something. In the early 19th century, first of all, let me say this. The Arabic language cannot be translated. Although this says a revised translation, it's really a transliteration. And so that's why it's so important to have the Arabic beside the English, because these words only sound like the Arabic word. That's a transliteration. And so when you look at Muslim and Muslim in the early 19th century, the word sounded vocally, if you will, like Muslim, Muslim. And so they wrote it like it sound, Muslim, Muslim. And so in the early 19th century, that was the running pronunciation as well as the spelling of the word. As man goes on, it begins to change to Muslim, 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 and they write it like it's spelled. So now the M-O goes to a M-U, Muslim. And they, because it's a transliteration, different from a translation. And so there is no difference in the words. However, the great God Allah, man, by the blessing of great God Allah, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, he has instructed by the way of his lessons that we are Moorish American Muslims. We're not going to change from that. And praise be to Allah that we're not changing from that, because now it really uniquely, distinctively defines who we are as one of the people of the Asiatic nation who submits to the will of Allah. So when you hear Muslim, you're like, what's that? What's that? Hey, that's a Moorish American. That means you ain't got to put us with the cultural overtones of the East. You don't have to look, a Muslim, what is that? Ain't no such thing as no Muslim. Good. We want you to say that because we don't want you to confuse us with what you think is Islam. Because our religion is Islamism, and we don't want you to confuse that. Don't confuse that at all. You know, and so another distinction. When you see we say, what's your religion? And we say Islamism, you already know it's something uniquely different from what everybody else is saying. And we appreciate that. So we don't try to cover it up. Some people do. Let me stop playing. Some people like to cover it up and say, yeah, you know, my religion is Islam, because they ain't got enough confidence in the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali to say my religion is Islamism. You see what I'm saying? My religion is Islamism. You see, they ain't got enough confidence at this point. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I have that confidence. You know what I mean? My brother say Islam is our faith. No, Islamism is my religion, is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? The Prophet Noble Drew Ali say Islam is a very simple faith. My faith is in Islamism. Now, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali gives an explanation what Islam is, or he gives I guess you would say a breakdown of what Islam is. But Islam is a very simple faith. I get that. My faith is Islamism. My faith is Islamism. My faith, my religion is Islamism. That's just what it is. That's what it is. Unapologetically. But anyway, so when you're dealing with the term Muslim and Muslim, it's good to understand that when one says Muslim, you will be able to identify him as a Moorish American. No, we ain't strapping no bombs to our back and killing little babies. No. We don't get down like that. We believe that if you harm the meanest little bug under your feet, you shake the sword of Allah in its sheath. We believe that if you hurt anything or harm anything, you do harm to the great God of the universe, Allah. So when we say Muslim, we are distinctively different. when one says that they're a Muslim. We don't get caught up in that. That's our brothers, of course. Absolutely. But let me tell you something. We define who we are by the way of Islamism. You know what I mean? We define who we are by the way of Islamism. You know, and so I don't mind the distinction of Islamism and Islam, or Muslim and Muslim. Call me a Muslim all day. You know, you ain't gonna see me running around in the snow with sandals on, trying to prove that I am some pious Muslim. You're not going to see me beat my head up until it's bruised on my forehead, trying to prove to somebody that I am some pious believer. You're not going to find that with me. You see, as my brother said, ism is a movement, political or military. That's right, brother. Social, political, economic. We talk about Islamism. That's right. That's right. We talk. No, this brother is wrong. Richard Abu Rab, he said Muslim is the angelicized version of Muslim. Nope. In the early 19th century, that was the only word that was used in the West. There was no word used called Muslim in the early 19th century, brother. You want to come on the show? The show is called You Want to Test the More? Do you want to come on the show? Do you got your proof? Do you got your proof? Do you want to come on the show, Richard? Huh? There was no term called Muslim in the early 19th century. The term was Muslim. It's a Western term. And even Muslim is a Western term for real. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Rasul want to come on the show. Let me give him the link. Richard. Now, brother, he going to come on here and agree with me. I already know. Here we go. Oh, you want me to give you the number? Oh, yeah, because I did say call in. Okay, let me give you the number, brother. Let me give you the number. My bad. I did say call in. I did say call in. My bad. Let me give you the number. This is going to be a good show, fam. I appreciate y'all coming back and being with the best Moorish program on the internet. Family, I have been working, building on the Moorish village. You know, today, it was raining today, and I felt the need to go live earlier because I miss y'all, for real. I miss y'all, you see. And so now that I miss y'all, I had to come back and do a double hitter today. I really do miss y'all, man. Y'all good peoples, man. Y'all good people. You know, Tony Montana, I gave you the link. There is the phone number right there if you wish to call in. Brother, I don't know why you couldn't get in with the link. I gave you the link, Tony Montana. I gave you the link, brother. What's the problem? I don't understand the problem, brother. I gave you the link and you could have came in. Who want to test the more, man? Who want to test the more? Bring your information and want to test the more. And I ain't even going to look up my stuff until you get on and start talking. When you talking, I'm going to be digging in my sheik bag. See that right there? That's called a sheik bag. I'm going to be digging in my sheik bag while you talking. So I just put the number up. You know what I mean? And oh, that's my brother. Oh, let me get my brother. Because my brother keep telling y'all, stop the cussing, man. Y'all can't cuss up in here, man. Listen, if you are a believer, you should have some type of discipline, you know, with your language. You know what I mean? You should have some type of discipline with your language. I mean, come on, man. Come on. We just build it. And I just say we want to test them more. You know what I mean? That's it. And so the brother said, Richard said to me that the Muslim is the angelicized, I think he said angelicized version. Here we go. Islam.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Islam, my brother, can you hear me?
Islam. Shalom alaikum. In the chat, everybody in the room.
Islam. So, brother, I'm setting you up now, and I would like to say, what's your name and where you calling from, and let's get it started, brother. Test. Who want to test the Moor? Got our first caller in. Where you calling from?
This is Richard Abdul Raouf from Collinsville, Illinois, about 10 minutes from St. Louis.
All right. Can everybody hear my brother Richard? Press 1 if you can hear my brother Richard Abu. If you can hear my brother Richard, press 1. Because my brother, I don't know if he's going to agree to disagree, but he called in, and this show is called Calling, Falling, or Crawling. Put up or shut up. Who want to test the temple more? The floor is yours, brother Richard. Talk to me, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, I really didn't have a real big debate.
Right.
You know, with what you were saying. It was just the whole issue with Islamism as a term, and actually Muslim and Muslim as a term.
Right.
You know, that was the real issue, because there are signs in Mecca from the 70s that actually read Moslem.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So there's no real big difference between the terms as far as it being some distinction between the two. But Islamism is categorized as a political construct, right, that's based on Sharia. And that came from he was a Sufi. He was a Sufi and a Freemason from back in the day.
Right.
Abdul something. He was a Sufi from way back in the day. So Islamism, the term has been around for quite some time.
Yeah. The term.
If I'm not mistaken, I could swear it was around during the time of the Prophet. It was around during the time of the Prophet also. So, you know.
And brother, I agree with you. The term Islamism was basically a term coined by outsiders. You know, those that was outside of the normal construct of what you would call Sunni or the normal Eastern followers of Islam. You know what I mean? So,
Indeed.
Absolutely right. So off the principle of that, we in America, Moorish Americans, and we call our religion Islamism. We move on that principle of a political, of a social, of an economical, of a Rotarian, keep moving type of Islam, not stuck in a box type of Islam. And so that's the distinction. The distinction is we are constantly unfolding. As you look at some forms of Islam, if you will, you know, it's the same thing recycled over and over and over and over. And we're unfolding.
Right.
You follow me?
Indeed.
Like for instance, if you go to
I can agree with that 125%.
Yeah.
It's just, and another thing, I'm gonna pull your coattails real quick.
Come on.
The whole when you said about the whole mark on the forehead, that's Quranic. That comes straight out the Quran as far as
say what?
As far as that comes out the Quran as far as you saying the having a mark on your forehead and making and all
absolutely.
That, whatever. That's Quranic. So I mean, that's not a cultural thing. That's an actual part of the actual thing.
Let me tell you something though. We in the Moorish Science Temple of America are practical people. So we look at the wisdom of, do you know the ayah in the surah?
Oh, give me 1 minute.
What's the ayah in the surah?
Keep going with
and I'm gonna break down the practical wisdom as opposed to beating yourself upside the head. You know what I mean?
Indeed. I mean, but and when I was really trying to really be, you know, 5 times a day, brother, that's something that actually comes up. That's an actual walk that occurs after so long. But give me 1 minute, and I think
most people go all out to try to make that mark for the sake of what is in the Quran. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
And so I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something in 1 second. Let me pull it up real quick. Now, I'm not sure if it's Quranic or if it's Sunnah. But I'm going to find out in a minute. Okay. So this is what it called. the zabiba. Am I saying it right? Or raisin, also known as zabiba or prayer bump, is a mark on the forehead some Muslims, due to friction generated by repeated contact forehead with the prayer mat during daily prayers. You follow me?
Indeed.
Okay. Now, I need you to show me the surah, and I'll show you the wisdom. But let me say this to you.
Okay.
While you're looking at that, let me say this to you. In real time, if you are bringing harm to yourself to prove a point, if I can teach you to think, you can save yourself. See, the mark, let me say this. The mark on your forehead is no different than the mark that you see the Hindu women put on their forehead as the little jewel. The mark on your forehead is no different than the pyramid and the buttons that the sisters in the Moorish Science Temple of America wear on their turban. The mark on your forehead is no different than the mark that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali had with that sunflower on his turban. The mark on your forehead is something that is symbolized of something within, representing the third eye, representing the pineal gland, as one of my brothers and my friend from Texas of the Noble Temples just quoted, Quincy Robinson L. Good job, brother. Good job, brother. You're not supposed to beat your forehead up. You're supposed to have that within to acknowledge that you have a certain center point within the most center point of your brain called the pineal gland, the black stone, the same stone that's in the Kaaba.
Can I stop you right there?
Come on.
Did Prophet Noble Drew Ali teach that?
Hey, brother, what I'm telling you, we unfolding the lessons.
That's a Hindu.
Listen what I'm telling you.
Did Prophet Noble Drew Ali teach that?
Yes, I'm going to tell you how he taught it. You want me to break it down to you? Prophet Noble Drew Ali says, Prophet Noble Drew Ali teaches, everything without is a ceremony to represent something that's within. Everything that you see out is a reflection of something that is supposed to be done within. So that is the teaching. Now, I'm just unfolding it. That's why I say Islamism is not stuck in place. I'm telling you that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, he teaches us that what you do as a ritual or a ceremony is only a reflection of what you should be doing within. So if you are hitting your head and creating a black raisin on your head for some acknowledgement, then the spiritual essence of that, you need to understand the raisin that is within and acknowledge that and circle that 7 times and unfold.
Okay. So with that logic, that would mean that a person making sajda is doing the 5 daily prayers, right? Those are compulsory prayers. If they make those and that mark starts to appear on their foreheads, that they're creating like a form of how do you say it? Like they're hurting themselves, right?
No, I'm not saying necessarily. I'm not saying that necessarily. That was just a figure of speech. What I'm saying is that if you don't acknowledge what is in, what's the point of what is without?
Indeed. I mean, faith without works is dead. I mean, and
so another thing, though, brother, before we go any further, you have to show me the surah and the ayat.
Oh, indeed. True indeed.
Yeah,
so while I'm at this, I can pull. Doesn't matter which not translation, but which
it don't matter.
I pull from, because I got So I'm gonna pull from Maulana Muhammad Ali, and this is coming out of. Give me 1 second, sorry, bro. Surah Al-5. That's Surah Al-5. That's chapter 48.
48.
So, yeah.
All right, let's go.
Ayat 29.
Read.
Ayah 29. So you gonna do the Hebrew Israelite word? You know what? You a best, bro. Well, okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay, so it say Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, and those with him are firm of heart against the disbelievers, compassion amongst themselves. Thou seest them bowing down, prostrating themselves, seeking Allah's grace and pleasure. Their marks are on their foreheads, on their faces, in consequence of prostration.
And you say that's 48.
That's 48 and 29. Yes, sir.
48, 29. Okay, and mine said,
Yes,
Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, and those who are with him are strong against unbelievers, but compassionate amongst each other. Thou wilt see them bow down and prostrate themselves in prayer, seeking grace from Allah and his good pleasure. On their faces are their marks, being the traces of their prostration. This is their similitude of Tawam, and their similitude in the gospel is like the seed that sends forth its blade, then makes it strong. It then becomes thick, and it stands on its own. Now, let me ask you a question. Is there a spiritual message in that, or should we just go down and hit our head up?
I mean, some verses are allegorical, some are straightforward. I mean, and that's the whole thing about it. You can have you can have one ayah. Yeah.
If you don't have a mark on your head, then that means you're not following the Quran. Would that be fair?
No. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. People, I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, we have to deal. I mean, we deal with reality. I mean, some people just. I mean, some people don't. I mean, that's just something that don't happen to their skin. That's just something that don't happen. But I mean, to just say that that's something that's a cultural thing.
No, it isn't. Let me tell you what. It is a cultural thing, because before Prophet Muhammad, they were prostrating way before Prophet Muhammad. That's a cultural.
I mean, brother.
The way to pray is a cultural thing.
When you look at the Yahud and their traditional actual prayers, and even in their little dirty Talmud, they do the same thing. They make sajda. If I'm not mistaken, they're called the Karajites. They not Karajites. The Karaites or something like that. It's respect of in Judaism, and they make prostration. They make sajda.
Let me ask you.
So I mean, it's not just a cultural thing within like traditional Islam. That's not something.
No. That's what I'm not. That's not what I'm implying. What I'm saying is how you pray is a cultural thing. No matter, people pray all around the world. Buddhists pray one way. Christian pray one way. Who else? Hindus pray one way. What I'm asking you, the way that you pray is a cultural thing. Wouldn't you agree to that? Depends on where you at.
Yes and no. I'll say yes and no.
All right, now check this out. Where do prayer begins? Does it begin with a prostration or before?
I'm sorry, brother. Say that one more time.
Where does prayer begins? Does it begin with a prostration or before?
No, I don't. I mean, from the Islamic standpoint, no prayer begins with sajda. No prayer begins with the prostration.
Okay, so what is the essence of prayer? Is it prostration or is it something else?
The essence of prayer?
Yes.
What do you mean as far as when you say essence of prayer?
When you pray, right? What is the essence of it? What are you really doing?
Submitting to your creator, basically.
Let me say it from a Moorish science perspective. Represent from Moorish science, Temple of America perspective. We say that the nearest place to meet Allah is in the heart. And in a still small voice he speaks, right?
Indeed.
So if I had no arms, no legs, could I still submit my will in prayer to Allah?
Good, indeed.
So what is the ultimate prayer?
The circumstance of you not having the faculties to fully implement what's been laid out already. That's
no,
because
what I'm saying is,
those...
I'm trying to get to the essence of prayer. Because see, once we can get to the essence of prayer and the principle of prayer, then we can deal with the cultural overtones. Because in this same book, Allah says that we can stand up and pray. We can pray while we riding on horseback. We can pray while we riding on camel. So the ultimate essence of prayer is deeper than a bump on your head.
Indeed.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying stop your salat. That I don't want anybody to think I'm saying that. I'm saying that the Moorish Science Temple of America, we deal with the essence of prayer. Way before you can form a bump on your head, we are communion with the great God of Allah deep within the depths of our heart and mind. And some Moors do make prostration. Don't get that twisted either.
Yeah.
But before they make prostration, they understand the essence of what they're doing. You follow me?
Indeed. Don't get me wrong, because just to notify you, I came out of Temple number 5. I proclaimed nationality back in 2013. So I was with Short Bay there. So yeah.
Well, brother, you need to come on and join the Noble Temples. Hold up. Noble Temples. You need to come and join the Noble Temples where we break down all the sciences. You ain't got to let your salat go, but you got to know what it means. You got to know what circling the Kaaba means, the essence of it. Yeah, here we go. Noble Temple. I'm just saying, brother. But brother, I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for calling. Hopefully you're a brother that watch me all the time and you don't take me personal, brother.
Yes, sir.
I get worked up.
Sir.
You know how I do.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Indeed.
It's stop. Peace and love, family. So look, I had somebody else calling in. Come on in. But before you call in, that's right. Join the Noble Temples. We're going to break some stuff down to you. And we promote Noble Temple tonight. And so listen, one thing I'm not doing is not trying to tell people, oh, stop your salat, you're crazy. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, before you bow down, raise your thoughts up and understand what you're doing. That's all I'm saying. Before you bow down, raise your thoughts up and understand the essence of what you're doing. Because if you don't understand the essence of what you're doing, then it becomes pointless. That's just what it is. It becomes pointless. Where number 2 at? Did we got somebody else calling in? Let me share something with y'all, family, while I'm waiting for somebody else to call in. Family, if you are in the Philadelphia area, family, I got to do it. If you are in the Philadelphia area, no, I don't want you to put up or shut up. No. You come on the show, I want you to put up or shut up. However, if you are in the Philadelphia area this weekend, bam! I want y'all to come to 525 Market Street at 12 p.m. and experience the Moorish American Remembrance Day, hosted by Grand Sheikh of Temple number 11, Asim Hopkins Bey. My brother, my friend, my spiritual leader. My brother, my friend, my spiritual leader. That's right. I said it. That's right. That's my guy. But he will be hosting the Moorish American Remembrance Day. And so let me take this right here. I don't know what this is right here, just in case I mess something up. Let me share this one with you real quick. This is my brother Azim.
Thank you, Moor.
There we go, family. We need you in the building. There we go. This is last year. This is Sunday. Where y'all gonna be at? Come hang out with the Moors. Let brother Sharif on post.
Those of you, this may be your first time with the trek and the tour, please come to the front so you can hear the message.
And now listen. Look, family, y'all need to be there. This is going to be serious. Man, listen. Let me give you another sample. Here we go. Let me see. I messed it up. Let me try to turn this up. I don't know why I ain't got my sound up. Hold up. This is where I interviewed Brother Sharif at. And I got my brother Nasser, my brother Raphael right there in the background. I'm going to be doing interviews. I hope you're there. But I'm telling you, this is a beautiful time here, family. And then my brother right here. This is Azim Hopkins Bey. He's the host of the event. After the trek, I explain what that is. So Moorish American Remembrance Day is where we go into historical sites in downtown Philadelphia, 525 Market Street. And we learned how the Europeans, or as some wish to say, the colonists, designed the system to put you into the concept of being a Negro, Black, and colored person. You follow me? It's so, hold on one second. Islam, hold on one second, brother Tony Montana. So look. So what he did was, the European, he designed a concept and a construct where if you called yourself Negro, Black, and colored, you know, you put yourself outside of the constitutional fold. Therefore, you cannot participate and exact the power of the land, if you will. But that's just short. Now, if I beat that up and chop that up, that means you need to come to 525 Market Street. And the brother Azim Hopkins Bey will break it down in full for you. Matter of fact, I'll do a show later for you. But here you go.
Invite those who are not members of the Moorish Scientific American to come join the Moorish Scientific American, because there is no greater organization I can think of as greater than the Moorish Scientific American. It's not Moorish, and there is no place I'd rather be than the Moorish Scientific American. It's not Moorish. This is a Moorish divine national movement. If you got questions, we got answers. It's not Moorish.
If you got questions, we got answers. So with that, I got the brother on the line, brother Tony Montana. He was in the show earlier that I did, and the brother come from a Sunni perspective. That's where he comes from, I would assume, unless he's Shiite. But he's something of that persuasion. So, brother Tony Montana, I know your real name ain't Tony Montana, because Tony Montana wasn't no Muslim. Tony Montana was a dope boy.
Nah, that's my computer name, Jan. That's my computer name, family. But yo, my name is Hussein, bro. That's my attribute. I don't have a name.
Okay.
But anyway,
his attribute is Hussein. So let me call you by your attribute, Hussein. Talk to me, brother. Where you calling from?
I'm in Connecticut, man. I'm on the East Coast.
That's
you know, I'm listening to a lot of things that's being said. The brother just got offline and he was talking and some things was brought up. And I'm trying to figure out how can we make some sense out of this thing. Because you need that, first of all, you have to have right knowledge when you're going into the Quran. You dig what I'm saying? So first of all, what the brother did bring up, I wrote it down there. I was trying to get on. I don't know what the hell was on my computer. I got high-speed internet. But anyway, it was so fat, Ayat 29, when you was talking about the marks and things of that nature.
Right.
You understand? That's something that's earned. That's what Allah say. If you believe in the Quran, brother, if you believe what Allah Ta'ala said, then that's what it is. He said you will be able to tell the believers by their mark. Right. In another surah. You dig what I'm saying? This is what he said. I didn't say it. That's what it is. You dig what I'm saying? So I don't know, Tahaka, what we gonna make of that. You're gonna try to add
Can I respond
to this?
Yeah. I'm letting you in because I'm saying, what you gonna add some extra to this?
No.
Or what? Talk to me.
What I'm saying is that as I came in on the show earlier, there is a twofold message. Whenever we read something spiritual, there's a heavenly message and there's an earthly message. So what I'm saying is that when you can see somebody marks, are you able to see with the eyes of the soul and see the marks of one who has submitted?
What do you mean? Are you able to see? Everybody don't have them. That's just
No.
It took a long time.
Listen what I'm saying. Those who have truly submitted, will be able to see those others who truly submitted with the eyes of soul, and you don't have to have a mark on you. I like this. Real recognize real. So I can walk through and somebody can see that I have these same marks without the literal raisin on my head. So
no, you're right. But
so the point that I'm making,
you're right.
The point that I'm making is that we must unfold these lessons up to a spiritual height, as opposed to being acknowledged for the physical recognition.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from, but other ways that you can tell who a believer is by his ways and actions, man.
That's
what I'm saying?
That's where the Moorish American talk about.
That's by your ways and actions, and first of all, what comes out of his mouth and his ways and his action. That's the only way you tell a believer. So if you see a brother, you hear a brother, right?
Brother, I can go down the street right now. I can go down the street anytime in Baltimore and see a brother with marks on his head rolling up a blunt.
Of course. I ain't never said that.
So I'm talking about
it's dope fiend Muslims, man.
Yeah.
You understand me? It's dope fiend Muslims, man.
So brother, so what is the highest degree of understanding? The Prophet Ali says that he come to bring us to the highest degree of understanding. The highest level of understanding. What is the highest degree of understanding? Being able to see.
How can he bring? First of all, I need to ask you this: what's the highest degree of what you talking about? The highest degree of understanding? You need to tell me.
The highest degree of understanding is unfolding something where it cannot be debated. Like this. Let me unfold this for you. When I tell you that,
the highest degree of what you talking about? The highest degree of understanding.
I'm about to give it to you. Can I give it to you? Oh, you listening in the background, brother? It's an echo. So listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
So when I'm talking about the highest degree of understanding, it means we unfold it to the level where it can't be debated. Like, for instance, the highest degree of understanding of prayer is not salat. The highest degree of understanding of prayer is coming in communion deep within the heart of man, connecting with Allah. That's the highest degree of prayer. A person can do that whether they have arms.
Okay, let me ask you this. Where you get that from?
Listen to me. I'm going to break down the wisdom to you. Because a person can do it, listen. Because a person can do it whether they have arms, whether they have legs, whether they laying down, sitting down. The same thing is saying in the Quran. Whether you ride the horse, you can always commune with Allah. So the physical action of prayer is not the highest degree of prayer. The within connection is the highest degree of prayer.
Okay, let me explain something to you, brother.
Bro, forget the customs. Forget your customs. Is that the highest degree of prayer? Communion within with Allah.
That's why I'm about to. I gotta speak first, family, before I can answer. Listen, first of all, when you're talking about the highest degree of prayer, first of all, actions are judged by intention. So everything that a Muslim does is all by niyah. It's all by intention first. Before you even make one move, you have to have the intention to do what you're going to do in your heart. It has to be there.
That's what I'm saying.
Then the action goes. Right. Then the action goes. Right? Well, okay, go ahead, finish, brother.
I'm not saying the criteria of prayer The highest understanding of prayer is before you can bow down, before you can bump your head anywhere, you commune within with Allah. Whether you bowing down or laying down, prayer starts in the heart of man. I mean, you can't, that's the highest understanding. How can you debate that?
You trying to, it seems like I'm not disputing that either.
I'm not disregarding Salat. Don't mistake me.
I'm not disputing what you just said, because the love or the worship of Allah is in the innermost part of the heart.
That's
Everything
it.
else
That's
is
all I'm saying.
core.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, and I got that.
That's all I'm saying.
That.
So now, listen. Once that is understood, then a ritual can be applied to that. The ritual is not
right,
first.
You have to have this in your heart. Yeah, it has to be in your heart for you to force.
That's all I'm saying,
through your limbs.
brother. That's all I'm saying. That's what the Moorish Science Temple of America teaches. We teach the essence of a thing.
But you're not teaching. You're not teaching the pillars of Islam.
No, we're not teaching. We're not teaching what pale Arabs teach and have taught you.
No. You got that wrong.
We're not teaching that.
See, a lot of times when brothers talk, they always run into pale Arab.
But how you know we're not teaching the pillars of Islam? Name one pillar we're not teaching.
Okay, let me ask you this: Who went to Hajj?
Right.
Which one of y'all are Haji?
Which, man, my brother that's going to be in Chicago, he didn't did Hajj. The Moors in Temple, I don't know if he did Hajj. I don't know if he did Hajj. I can tell you this. Hold up. Listen.
How you gonna do Hajj and you don't know the rituals of the Rasulullah?
Listen to me. Temple 11. Are you gonna listen to me? We have temples in the Moorish Science Temple of America that teach that 24/7. Brother, what are you talking about? See, you don't know what you're talking about.
What I'm telling you, you said you don't do no hadith earlier. See, I'm getting to something.
No, listen what I'm saying. When you're talking about Hajj, and I'm going to give you the essence of Hajj in a minute. I'm going to give you the essence
of Hajj. You don't give me the essence of Hajj. You can't give me the essence of Hajj unless you get it from the Rasul. Where you going to get it from?
Can I give it to you? Can I give it to you?
I'm waiting. I'm going to be quiet. Go ahead.
Brother, the ritual of Hajj only represents something that we are supposed to do as individuals. We are supposed to go and make a trip around the house of God, which is in ourself, brother. What you see we have surpassed your concept of getting on a plane and going to Mecca. We have surpassed that. We now go to the Mecca of the heart of our minds. With that, I'm going to let my brother come in. Okay.
Hold on. Sahaka. Hold on, family. Hold on.
Are we going to break it down?
You breaking a lot down, bro. But I ain't getting a chance to. I ain't really trying to get a chance to hit you with what I got, man.
No.
Because what you really got to understand something. You only now. How you gonna say y'all you don't have to go to Hajj because y'all going to Hajj?
I didn't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. I did not say that.
Well, tell me what you saying.
I said I'm going to give you the essence of what Hajj means. And therefore,
where you getting that from?
Let me finish.
And where you getting that from?
Brother, listen real quick. Let me tell you something. When a person go to Mecca and they circle the Kaaba, what is the symbolic meaning of that? Do you know?
Let me explain something to you.
No. Answer that first, and then I'm going to explain something to you. Do you know the symbolic meaning of going to Mecca and circling the Kaaba?
Bruh, listen, I don't know nothing about. Listen, I can give you some symbolic meaning.
No. I'm going to tell you the symbolic meaning. The black stone.
Symbolic meaning.
The black stone.
See, you're not even.
All right, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, brother.
I can give you a symbolic meaning. That's just me building. You get what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean it's really, that's what it really is.
I'm going to tell you what it really is.
You ain't let me finish, bro. Hold on. I'm going to get it to you. That could be the planet circumambulating the sun. That's been doing that for eons.
It could be. No.
Hold, bro, I ain't finished. I'm just saying. Now, because a lot of y'all think that Muslims just be in this tight ass box, man. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, I'm giving you a symbolic meaning. So circumambulation been going on since Allah Ta'ala created space and time, bro. When he created the planet, they was already circumambulating the solar system, the sun.
Check this out.
Already circumambulating our shadows, bro.
Okay, now listen to this. You said it could be, let me say this. You said it could be the solar system circling the sun. No, brother. What it is
I said that's a symbolic meaning.
Okay, no, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is.
You can't say I'm wrong.
No, I am.
You can't say I'm wrong. No. Symbolic.
Okay, can I finish? Now let me tell you exactly what it is. The house of God.
Tell me for what?
Are you finished? You going to let me finish? I'll let you talk.
Go ahead, brother.
The house of God is what you carry your spirit in. You carry the spirit of God within this body here. Within the house of God, there's a black stone called the pineal gland. Now, if you're able to go from the outer limits of this carnal life and journey towards the inner being of the essence of who you are, that pineal gland that connects you to the source of all energy, if you're able to get there and circle that 7 times symbolic of something else, then you have truly made the real Hajj without getting on the plane. That is what you see outside is a reflection of what you're supposed to do within. So people may have been doing it for thousands of years. That doesn't mean that they know the essence of what they're doing. That black rock in there is symbolic to the pineal gland, brother. Now, one day.
Listen, bro, hold on. Bro, can I say something? Because you're talking a whole lot, dog. I know it's your show, family, but I ain't get a chance to let this go yet, bro. I ain't even went in yet. You got brothers talking about I can't answer questions because I ain't been able to speak.
There you go. Come on.
Now, bro, I'm going to ask you one question. Please don't be long-winded and let me get back to Mike so I can expound on what I got. Okay. First of all, bro, where in the hell did you get that from? What you just said.
Let me tell you this. Brother, it's called the science of our...
Tell me where you got it from.
Brother, listen. It's called the science of our ancestors, brother. I want you to think about it. It always was. That science always was, brother.
Our ancestors ain't deal with no Kaaba. They ain't deal with none of that.
Let me
explain something to you.
Okay.
The reason why I'm saying where you get it from, because, listen, I follow the Rasulullah.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You follow some European.
One second. This is what we do. And upon when Umar, which was the 3rd caliph in Islam, when he went to his Hajj, he looked at the rock. He said, I only kiss you because the Rasul kissed you. I only touch you because the Rasul touched you. No other reason. He said, I know you bring me no harm, and I know you bring me no good. You think people stupid? That ain't stupid, bro. This is Arabs. They come out of goddamn savagery, burying their daughters, and they know that. They know the goddamn Kaaba stone ain't no magical stone in the block. The house ain't nothing magic. You understand me? They know that. But I don't know where you get that from, because I follow the Rasul, and anybody that's a Muslim must follow the law of the Sharia, which is the Quran and the Sunnah, and the Rasul never said none of that. Just like you say, we give honor, and you tell me what Nabi Ali said and all of that. Hey, man, I'm telling you what the Rasul said over 1,400 years ago. Ibn Abdullah, 570 AD, champ. 632 started the prophethood. So you can't, that trumps everything. Everything. That book you got in there, pay homage. Pay homage. We're being jacked every day. Y'all using a lot of our titles. Sultan, Sheikh scared. You got it all wrong. You're talking about Muslim. Brother, Arabic on Muslim, it's a meme. Another meme, it's a Dhamma. A Dhamma says, Mu. That's the state of Raf. That's how it talks. It don't talk Muslim. Muslim, you know what I first seen, study and see use Muslim? Shriners. Tell me I'm lying. Shriners use the word Muslim, and you know who else use it? Orientalists. That's why they spell Muhammad with an O, and they don't even spell it like that. Because guess what? That's part of the disrespect. The misnomers.
Bro, hold up, brother. All right, brother. That's where you wrong, brother. You have to check the brother. That's where you wrong. That's where you wrong. And I'm about to screenshot something for you to show you that you're wrong, brother.
Screen it. Do what you got to do, and I'm gonna show you Arabic. That's what we gonna do. I don't want to see nothing else but some Arabic and the law and the language. That's what we got to deal with. I don't want to see nothing else. If you can't show me the word, I can show you word Muslim. I can show you it in Arabic.
Listen to me.
It ain't no O in there.
Listen to me.
I'm listening.
If you were listening earlier, I said in the Western culture, they spelled it like it sounded to them. Did you get that part? I said there is no translation of the Arabic. So what do you?
I heard all that, bro.
So listen. There is no translation for Arabic into English. So what they do is they spell it like it sounds to them.
It don't sound like that.
I say to them. That's how you came up with the term, brother. Because they spell it like it sounds to them. It's no different than when the Greeks came to North Africa and they started calling people Moor, M-O-O-R, because Moor, M-A-U-R, Morty, they dropped the I because it sounds like that to them. And so today, you know what people say? They say, well, Moor is Greek. No, when they came, Morty, that sounds Morty to us, it sounds more to them. And so they wrote it like it sounds. So it may not sound like that to you.
I heard that, but guess what? They can say how it sounds. I'm telling you what it is.
But no
translation.
I'm giving you, but listen, we're talking about communication of words, brother.
I understand that. But guess what? More scientific brothers, I hear them all the time. I see them.
You don't hear me.
And I've seen, no, bro, I'm not saying, I'm talking about people that was in my area. Bro, I don't have nothing against, brother, listen, I learned law from a good brother named Jelani B, man.
But I don't.
I'm mean. I'm an old head, man.
Listen to me.
That's why I go in there and do what I do to the court. Listen, bro, I ain't got nothing against all of that. Y'all rolling. Listen, when you rolling against the kufa, I ain't mad at you, man.
Listen.
You understand me?
Hey, brother.
Listen, bro, I ain't mad. Huh?
Brother, listen to what I'm saying. Hey. Listen to what I'm saying. Everything, I want to say this to you, brother. No matter you're an old head, you know the Quran back and forth. I want to leave you with this. Everything that you read, that you profess and do outward, it means nothing without the inward understanding. Whether that's Hajj, whether that's prayer, whether that's whatever you do, whatever ritual you do, there is nothing to it if you don't understand the inner meaning of it. And that included Hajj.
Listen, I understand exactly what you're saying, and you never said nothing wrong. But listen to me one second. You saying me? When I start bringing you this information, like I brought Sheikh L some information. You understand me? The thing that separates you, I want you to come home, huh? I want you to take you out. I want you worship. I want to stand shoulder to shoulder, heel to heel with you, huh? But then this, you're gonna have to stop saying that brother's a prophet. Because in the Holy Quran, it don't say that,
brother,
man.
You got to be crazy. Now you crazy. Now he done lost his mind. He gonna tell me that I got to stop playing and saying Prophet Noble Drew Ali a prophet. And he has traveled all the way over to Mecca. He has traveled all the way over to Mecca. He learned a new language and learned a new custom, and he accepted another prophet outside of his own stock and upbringing. And now I got to let mine go. What he did was he learned a whole new language. He learned a whole new culture. He learned a whole new way of life and intermingled it with the American life. And then he tell me, I got to stop saying Prophet Noble Drew Ali a prophet. No, what I got to do is get you off my line, because I ain't tell you to stop saying Muhammad was a prophet. You know what I mean? I ain't do that. I ain't do that. So you know that's disrespectful. Because first of all, some Arab interpreted what it means to be the last prophet. Some pale Arab interpreted what it means. Let me tell you something. If in the Quran they talking about they're waiting for the Mahdi or the Sunnah or whatever, there's supposed to be a Mahdi. Come on, man. If you're waiting for anybody coming from God under whatever name you give it, you're still waiting. Well, we say that he has arrived. We say he has arrived, and his name is Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Period, point blank. And you know what? If you would have came on the show and made your points, I would have. If you would have came on the show, hold up 1 second. Let me give a link to my brother, because he's supposed to come on here. If you would have came on the show like I gave you the link, I would have actually took time while you were talking and screenshot some things. You know what I mean? And then we would have went from there. Let me send this to my brother real quick. My bad. 1 second. He in the chat now? Where he at? Close. All right, hold on. Let me send this to my brother real quick. So listen. Let me calm down real quick. So the point of the matter is this. Family. And I don't want to be taking advantage of the situation. I don't want to be taking advantage of the situation. But what I will say is this. Family. What I will say is this. And family, I don't want you to be slow. Don't ever be slow. But anything that you do without, it's like in the Nation of Islam, I hear some brothers say, well, open your hand like you're receiving a gift. Now, we know that literally there is no physical gift coming here. But through prayer is how gifts are received. But we have to understand that right here before we do this. When you look at prostration is the most humbling submission. Prostration is one of the most humbling submissions. But if you don't know how to submit and prostrate your carnal self internally, there is no way that prayer means anything. That prayer goes in vain. If you don't know how to, and this is why Prophet Noble Drew Ali is a prophet, because he teaches about the higher and lower self, how you overcome your carnal nature, so you can make your carnal nature bow down. And this brother say Moors don't prostrate. Brother, if you're in Philadelphia, I bet you I bring a Moorish American on this show that can, oh my goodness. Brother Hopkins Bay will tear all y'all up when y'all talk that. Who told you Moors don't prostrate, brother? Who told you this madness? Who told you this madness? Moors don't prostrate. Stop believing what you heard. Stop believing what you heard. Now, at the end of the day, man, what's going on? Hold on. Let me see if I can get my brother up in here real quick. Let me get my brother up in here real quick. Hold on. Let me see if I can get my brother up in here. But at the end of the day, if you don't understand the symbolism of the inner meaning of prayer, there's no way in the world that the outer. Let me tell you something. You jump on a plane. You jump on a plane. Peace, love.
Tony Montana.
Accept, press 1. The send.
That brother Tony Montana. Brother, I would not tell you, huh? Brother, I'm not dead wrong, brother. You gonna tell me stop calling my prophet a prophet? I ain't tell you stop calling Muhammad a prophet. No, you're not gonna tell me stop calling my prophet a prophet, because I wouldn't disrespect you and tell you stop calling Muhammad a prophet. You believe it from a book. You believe Muhammad is a prophet from a book. No. Brother. You never met Prophet Muhammad. I know what my prophet looked like. I know what he walked like. I know what he talked like. You never met Prophet Muhammad. Somebody told you he was a prophet. I didn't tell you to deny Prophet Muhammad, did I?
The same brother you call a prophet told you that y'all believe in the Quran and Mecca, right?
No, he said we foster the principles of the Quran and Mecca. Understand what the principles are.
Okay, so you don't believe in the Quran?
No.
What one is it?
Listen to me. Can you hear? The Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, we shall foster the principles of the Quran among our members. The principles of a thing. You know what a principle is?
Yeah, principles are black and white, brother. There are no gray areas in principles. So
principle is not cultural.
Let me ask you this. Am I right? Am I right?
Principles are not cultural. They're not written, they're not lettered.
Okay.
Principles are not lettered.
All right. Okay, bro. Listen, let me explain something to you. You can't put principles on paper, bro.
Principles, listen to what I'm saying. You're not listening to me. Principles can be on paper in the language of Arabic, but the same principles can be put in Chinese. It doesn't change the principle.
Okay, so
I don't think you understand what a principle is.
Okay. Well, listen, relax. 1 second. So basically, what the Quran is saying is wrong. Is what you're saying?
No. What you're saying is wrong, because you can't get it past culture and tradition to get to the essence of what the Quran stands for.
If you let me speak 1 second, bro, we're gonna have a discourse. We gotta go back and forth. It's gonna reciprocate. Relax. All I tell you do is go 33 ayah 40, man. And we gonna and show and prove, man. That's all.
What you want? 33 ayah 40.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. I gotta get another call too, brother.
I know.
Come on.
This hurts a little bit, but don't worry about it.
No, it don't hurt you, brother. This week.
I know. I ain't even get a chance to get. This ain't even nothing. I ain't even get into the crux.
Bro, let me tell you something. I ain't even
started yet.
Let me tell you something. I've done a whole show on the seal of the prophets. I've done a whole show on what the Arabic means. Brother.
Read the book.
Brother.
Read what it say, please.
Brother. It says, Muhammad is not the father of any of you men, but he is the messenger of Allah and the seal of the prophets. And Allah has full knowledge of all things, right? I got you.
Right,
I got you.
Okay, you know that in Arabic that means katam nabiyin. That word means seal, closed up, ain't nothing else.
No. Let me ask you a question. Can you count how many times the Arabic word that means last is in the Holy Quran?
What, last?
Yeah. Do you know?
What that got to do with what I just said?
What it has to do with what you just said? Because the term that means last in the Quran is not the same term that is being used as seal. See, you don't know this science. I'm going to say it one more time.
No. You're wrong.
Listen
You're
to me.
wrong, man.
I'm asking you.
I'm trying to.
I'm asking you one more time. What is the term in the Quran? What is the word in the Quran that means last?
Last? I thought you said last. You said last?
Last. Yes. Last. Uh-huh.
L-A-S-T.
Yeah. What is the term?
Hold on 1 second.
You don't even know. What's the term?
Because I don't claim to know anything, bro. I ain't scared to say I don't know. That's y'all. I ain't scared to say I don't know, bro.
That's not me.
You know?
I'm telling you that if you do your studies, right? If you do your studies, I'm gonna give you something. If you do your study and you look up the term that means last, everywhere in the Quran you can find this term consistent. Seal don't mean last.
There's no word that says it ain't no last, bro. They have to put that in there. I'm looking at the Arabic, bro. It says
all right, we good. So it don't mean last, right?
Bruh, I don't see it.
I'm asking you a question. Seal don't mean last, right? Yes or no?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does, according to the dictionary.
You just said no.
I'll tell you, man.
No, listen, in Arabic. In Arabic.
I don't see that. That's what I'm saying.
Listen
in Arabic.
Listen to me.
You're looking at English. I'm looking at the text.
No. I'm not looking at English. I'm not looking at English. Brother, I did a whole show on this. Matter of fact, my brother Sheikh Seven is right in the chat right now. I did a whole show about Katam. I did a whole show about what seal means.
The word last wasn't even in there, man. They take the word last and mean seal of the prophets.
No.
That's why it's last.
Let me ask you a question.
When you seal something up, can anything get out?
Listen
when you seal something up, can anything come out?
Brother, let me tell you something. On one of my warrant of authorities, I got a seal on it. Do you know what that means?
Yo, man, you trying to mix English and Arabic.
No, what you're trying to do, I'm asking you, tell me what the Arabic word.
Hold on, I understand. Man, I know where you at. You can put the Sultan got a seal, man.
There you go. Now, I want to ask you a question. Do you know the word that means last in the Quran? You don't know.
Show me because it ain't no last. Do you know what khatam means? Do you know what khatam means?
There you go.
I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Do you know what khatam is?
Yeah. That means seal.
What does it mean?
Seal.
It means okay.
It don't mean last though.
Deeper meaning.
Bro, it don't mean last though. It means seal.
Come on, Tahaka, you sharper than that. I watch you, man.
Listen
you
to me.
Than that, bro.
All right, let me go real quick. Hey, brother,
that.
let me go real quick. Listen.
Yeah, all right, man.
Kata means seal, and it don't mean last. That's the truth.
Coming out after seal, though.
Brother, that's the truth of the matter. So when you look at seal, you have to look at you're talking about authenticating something. That his message is authenticated. Okay, hey brother, let me ask you a question. All right, let's stop real quick. Another question. Is there a Mahdi coming? Brother, is there a Mahdi coming? Is there a Mahdi coming?
Yeah. Yes.
How can he come after the seal?
Because it says Khatam Nabi'in, brother. Khatam Nabi'in. Nabi'in means seal of prophets. It's plural, meaning there is no more prophets.
Let me ask you a question.
Get the Arabic. Stop being a slave to that English, man.
Hold up, brother. If
come on, huh?
Hold up.
Me like that. You're making me seem like I'm a teenager, man.
You acting like one. You acting like one. Hold up.
Really?
Stop for a minute. If a Mahdi is coming from God, now let me finish. Is the Mahdi coming from Allah?
What are you talking about?
You said that a Mahdi is coming. Is he coming from Allah or in the name of Allah?
He's coming in the name of Allah, of course.
Okay, he's coming in the name of Allah, right? So if he's coming in the name of Allah, isn't he coming in the same vein of a prophet, just under a different name?
No. Because this is what you got to understand. Can I elaborate, or you gonna keep talking?
Nah, bro, we gotta go to the next caller, brother. Islam, brother. So listen, we gotta go to the next caller because this is crazy. This brother gonna tell me that he's waiting on a Mahdi, but this Mahdi is coming from God. Yet this Mahdi is not consistent with the prophet that came from God. Don't make sense. See, this is how the pale Arab confuse our peoples. You can have a Mahdi coming after Muhammad, but because a person used the term prophet, he can't come after Muhammad. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. If the Mahdi is coming from the same great God, after the seal, he's using the term Mahdi, but it's still coming from Allah. So that would be a contradiction in terms that anything else coming from Allah in the name of Allah for us. That would be a contradiction in terms. There should be no other person coming from Allah to redeem us, according to what they mean by the seal. You know what I mean? According to what they mean by the seal, there should not be nobody coming from Allah after that. But that's not the case. But that's not the case. The Mahdi is coming. You follow me? The Mahdi is coming, according to them. So, with that being said, let me call my brother Sheikh Seven. And I saved a lot of my answers for my brother because we actually did a whole show on this. We did a whole show on Katam. We did a whole show on this. Let me get my brother Seven up here real quick, and he can explain it further. Real quick. We get my brother Seven up here real quick, and he can explain it further. But yeah, we actually did a whole show. I mean, we did a whole show. I'm keeping Islam, Moor. So Moor, I seen you in there putting Katam and all of that. Brother, do you remember we did a whole show about that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I remember we did a whole show on that, man.
Brother,
yes, sir.
And so I wanted to leave the floor open for you. I wish you could have got the link and came in. I don't know what's happening, but I wish you could have got the link and came in and break it down for the people. But what I'll do is I'll give you the floor and let you speak your speech. I was saving it for you. I seen you kept putting it in the chat. I said, man, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. And I wanted to save it for you. And so, brother, the floor is yours. Grand Sheikh, handle your business, brother.
Islam. First and foremost, let me rise, giving all thanks and praises to the great God Allah, and highest honor to His holy, divinely ordained prophet Noble Juwali. Honors to the forerunner Marcus Mosiah Garvey, and honors to all elders and base carrying the spirit of the prophet Noble Juwali in these days and time, the last prophet in these days and times, Islam. First and foremost, man, you know, I was listening to the brother as he spoke. And you know, first and foremost, I'm not here to denigrate anyone's intelligence. But the first thing I must say is that, first thing that comes with reading is comprehension. And I ain't talking spookism. I'm not talking spookism, I'm talking comprehension. First and foremost, we can go with all a prophet came to the Moorish American Muslims, not an Arabic Sheikh scholar. First and foremost, let's put that on the forefront. And secondly, let's go to the Quran. We should have asked this brother, does not the Holy Quran say that Allah will send a messenger, a prophet, to every nation, speaking their language, so they would know to praise Allah and shun the devil? Does not the Holy Quran state that? Now, brother man, let's talk about this. Maybe you don't get that because maybe you don't know that you are a part of a nation of people. Maybe that is the glitch here. But the fact of the matter is the Holy Quran of Mecca states that Allah will send a message to each nation speaking their language. And then the Holy Quran of Mecca states that Allah will send a messenger to give us our own religious rights and acts of devotion. So, brother man, I got to ask this brother here, are you from Arabia? Is your native tongue Arabic?
You know he's not, brother.
I mean, it gets to the point where we have to gauge where we are along the way, brother. This brother so seemingly is in the degree where we make the Baratio degree. You know, well, man knows not by being told. This man has been told something in which he takes as to be the truth when he hasn't taken the time to articulate and qualify himself to even be qualified to speak upon the subject.
Woo, that's a whole lot right there, big bro. So look, let me show y'all who's speaking. This is my brother right here. Let me share my screen. And so family.
And let me say this. I would love for him to call back in. But let me tell him this.
Well, brother, let me tell you something.
No.
Let me tell you something. The brother don't even know. Listen, brother.
I would like to talk to his imam.
Brother, this is the thing. This is the thing. We have done extensive research on this topic because we have met with opposition concerning this topic.
Yes, sir.
And we know how many times Katam is in there. We know how many times, I think the word is, what is it, Atir? I pronounce
yes, sir.
You know, we know how many times that seal is in there. We know how many times that last is in there. We know we interpreted seal meaning last for you.
Yes, sir.
We clear on that. And so when I asked them how many times is seal in the Quran, that shows me that he haven't done any extensive study as to qualify what he's been told.
Yes, sir.
You mean he hasn't done any extensive study because clearly we know how many times is in there. We know. I mean, so the point of the matter, brother, is that the brother need to come and sit down and bring his proof as opposed to what somebody told him. Because I would love to bring him on the show. He bring him and his imam, but he bring him and his computer, because that's probably, I hope, Tony Montana, I hope that ain't the imam, the computer.
No, I want the imam. We want the imam. We want the imam. But and you know, it would be good to get one of those from across the water who say they know.
And the thing is this.
Let's have a conversation with them.
And the thing is this. I'm literally freestyling this, but I would rather set up a show where we just talk about the seal of the prophet. That's it.
I'm with it.
That's all we got to do. And you bring your proof, I bring mine.
One thing is, I heard the brother speaking, right? And he seems as though he's quite influenced by Hadith. But what does the Hadith say about the seal?
What does it say, brother?
Maybe we can bring that into context then. What does the Hadith say about the seal?
What does it say, brother?
We ain't gonna start talking about moles, are we, on people's backs?
What does it say, brother?
Does not one of the Hadiths talk about the seal being a mole in the back of Muhammad?
I don't know. I don't really, brother. You know, I'm gonna be quite frank with you, brother. One thing
everybody in the chat, please Google it. You can Google it now while I'm talking. I can't even see the chat. You can Google it while I'm talking.
Right. One thing about me, bro. Once I seen some of that spookism with the Hadith, and where you gotta let a man to judge whether they're sound or not, brother, all best was off with me. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And the Prophet Ali said, we hold the Holy Quran to be the revealed word of God. And we should foster its principles among our members. And this is what I gotta tell Moorish Americans. You know, it's a difference between fostering the principles among our members and trying to foster the cultural overtones to our members. There's a total difference.
We don't foster the customs and traditions. We foster the principles.
Absolutely. So the principle of prayer, The principle of
Yes,
prayer is is better than the ritual. The Prophet Noble Ali says in the Holy Quran of the Moorish on the front page, he's going to take us to the highest plane of spiritual life with our Father God Allah. He's going to put us back there. So the highest understanding is that the inner meaning of prayer is greater than the ritual. Why is that so hard for us to understand?
Praise Allah. Praise Allah. Now, how about this, Moor? Doesn't our Holy Quran of the Moor Science Temple of America teach us that Allah lives not in the noise of the tongue?
There we go. Allah,
and if one would truly serve Allah, he would serve his
brother man.
The stranger at his gates, and even the foe that seeks to do him harm. Isn't that praising Allah?
And Sheikh Seven. Sheikh Seven. You know what gets me though?
Yes, sir.
When we have conversation like this, crazy people would think that we are condemning the practice of salat. As if Moorish Americans are prohibited or do not make salat. Because some do, some don't.
I'm prostrate.
So you understand what I'm saying, Sheikh Seven? This is the illness of the divide and conquer, where you will believe because we have a conversation about the essence of what prayer is, that now that I am condemning the practice, when that's not the case.
That's not.
Because I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell you one thing. And brother Seven, you know, I'm a qualified at that.
Sure indeed.
So there's no way in the world that I can deny prostration. But what we're trying to do is get to the essence of what it means.
Right.
I can't deny. I can't deny things that I know to be actual fact. But what is the essence of what it means? What is the essence? You know what I mean? What is the essence of going to Mecca? Jumping on a plane, dressing in white, and circling a house with a rock in it? Is that all it's about?
Brother, we all know.
That got to be crazy. Man, we jump from one slavery to another, Seven. Take it, Seven.
Right, brother. But we got to understand, everything that we do that is ritualistic is only emblematic to the actions of the soul. Just like when one becomes baptized in a church, it's only emblematic to the washing of the soul and the washing away of a certain state of condition that the soul is in. So when a Muslim or Muslim, before we pray and we offer wudu or purification, that is emblematic to the same degree of a baptism, because we're doing it to cleanse the soul. It's not necessarily to cleanse the body, because we know even by Islamic custom that if we're not around water, we can use dust or dirt.
There you go right there, brother. Stop for a minute. Stop for a minute. Stop for 1 second, Seven. So when you look at, like, for wudu, right?
Yes, sir.
If you don't have no water and you can use sand, dust, or whatever, isn't there a deeper meaning? Because you can't disregard one and replace it with something and then it remains the same. So that only symbolizes.
But let's think of this, brother. Let's think of this, brother Tark. Even if I have water, that doesn't necessarily cleanse my body either.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. So that's symbolic of something that you must be doing within.
Yes, sir.
That ritual was created from the science of what we must do within, not the other way around.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The ritual of going to Hajj, is symbolic to something that must be done within, not the other way around. And until we wake up into the sciences of these symbols and these rituals and these customs, we're going to stay going from one slavery to another.
Listen, Moor. I guess the brother didn't know this. Even when we talk about the Kaaba, it is commonly known amongst a lot of Muslims that Abraham built the Kaaba. But that's not true. He rebuilt the Kaaba.
Right.
See, according to Islamic, according to the history of Islam, is that the Kaaba is only a representation of a heaven not seen with carnal eyes, called Riyatul Mahmud. Huh? It's called the seat in heaven, the house in heaven.
Look,
in which Adam, or the first physical man, was told to build a symbolic replica of here on earth. So that was the Kaaba. But Abraham only rebuilt it.
Let me tell you what blows me away. Let me tell you what blows me away. When we look at all the prophets of the Quran before Prophet Muhammad, they act like that those prophets followed the Sunnah. They act like they don't understand the essence of the spirit of the principle of the Quran. So if it says that Abraham was one who submitted, does that mean he did it exactly like Muhammad did it? No.
Yes,
But the essence of what he did was identical.
Yes, sir.
But the custom and practice was different. When you say Noah was among the ones who submitted, same thing.
Praise the Lord.
You see what I'm saying? The same thing. And so how can you acknowledge Abraham being a Muslim before Muhammad in the Hadith? Because you tell me to be a Muslim, you must follow Muhammad and the Hadith. Well, how did Abraham do that? And he was known as a Muslim, according to Quran. How did Adam be known as one who submit and a Muslim without Muhammad in the Hadith? This is where the Moorish American talk about the principle of a thing.
Brother, guess what, brother? The prophet Noah Ali told it to us best. He said, marvels are not made, they are born. And the Holy Quran of Mecca states that every man is born Muslim. So at the end of the day, you know, the prophet Noah Ali gave us this degree in the most simplistic form, but yet in its most in-depth form that one could possibly receive it, brother. So we're not short or even lacking in any way Quranically at all.
Bro, when the prophet Noah Ali,
I'm here to debate it.
When the prophet Noah Ali make the statement that we should return back to the state of mind of our forefathers, divine creed and principles. These divine creeds and principles predates the Quran.
Yes, sir.
These divine creeds and principles don't even come with the language of the Quran. So
well, I want to put this out here. While we talking about books, right? And everybody like to bring up books. So I got this question. And Tahaka, I may step off the line after this one.
It's not.
But I got this question, Moor. Everybody giving prophets credit for bringing a book. And we know that all of these books that were so-called transcribed or attributed to these prophets were created thousands of years after they, hundreds of thousands of years after they were left the plane of things made manifest. Tell me one prophet who actually brought a book, and I'll show you a picture of Prophet Noble Ali.
You know, brother, I'm gonna get this number call. Let me see who that is. Look. So Seven, let me say this.
Yes, sir.
What amazes me about people that are unable to really connect the spiritual dots. When you look at the Holy Quran of Mecca, in the true sense, brother, it's reiterating the stories before it. It's reiterating the story of Noah. It's reiterating the story of Jesus. Heck, mine even got a book.
Yes, sir.
It's reiterating the story of Abraham, not the full story, Musa, not the full story. It's just reiterating to clear up the errors of old. Now, you mean tell me that if people 1,500 years ago, however long ago, don't understand the true science and wisdom of a thing, you mean tell me that Allah will continue to allow us to go astray because we don't understand the true wisdom and the essence of a thing? I say nah. I say nah. I say that we have building blocks. I say that we have building blocks of the previous prophet of God unfolding into the ultimate understanding. So what Prophet Muhammad built on unfolds what Jesus left. What Jesus built on unfold what the prophets before him left. Because remember, Jesus was the sacrificial lamb. Before Jesus, they was putting the lambs on the altar, burning it. Jesus became the human sacrificial lamb per se. So it unfolded even from the time of Moses to the time of Jesus, from Jesus to Muhammad to now Prophet Noble Drew Ali. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the funny part to me about our people. We choose not to use our faculties to understand that going to Saudi Arabia, dressing in white and circling a building do not make you more Muslim than anybody else. Nope. It is what it is. Anything you want to share, brother? I'm about to shut down in a minute. It's 10:57, man. I hope we had a good show, man. Shout out to Tony Montana. His name Tony Montana.
And and I'm still in the chat. And I just left my email there, Mr. Tony Montana. Islam?
Tony Montana. I would invite Tony Montana to come on here and we pick two topics. One will be the seal. See, one thing I don't do, I don't give you everything at once. But like I tell you, I've actually done about 2 shows on this topic. Very versed in it. Still got the file. So I would bring you on here, brother. I would do it on Saturday because I would do it on Saturday if you're available, or Monday. Again, family, I'm headed up to Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? That's right. I'm headed up to Pennsylvania to hang out with my brother and my friend, who y'all just heard on the phone here, was my brother and my friend, Grand Sheikh. My brother Sheikh Seven, you can see right there in the picture, demonstrating. We live this every day, all day. We don't just do this part-time. We do it all the time. It is what it is. This ain't a YouTube thing. And see, that's why people, I speak to Moors all the time. Nah, you ain't met no Moors like us. We live this 24/7. You know what I mean? We don't just pose on YouTube and dress up for a picture. This is every day, all day. Honor to my brother Sheikh Seven. Honor to my my brothers in the North Carolina. How they say the North Carolina? What is it? Charlotte territory. That's what they say. Yeah, hey, that's what they say. They say in the Charlotte territory. You know what I mean? Yeah, Moorside Temple of America, home state, North Carolina. And I want to give honor to the Supreme Grand Sheikh down there. My brother, say name. Shoot. I didn't jump time. Shoot, Supreme Grand Sheikh, brother. Help me out. Portishead. How did I jump time? I started doing the beatbox. I want to give honor to that. I want to give honor to my brother Portishead. I did, but I'm like, yeah. I will give honor to my brother Portishead and all the members down there at Moorside Temple of America, home state, North Carolina, under the leadership of my brother Portishead and my brother Grand Sheikh Seven. Period, point blank. Anything else you want to add, my brother? And brother, thank you for purchasing the Moorish World TV shirt, brother. I'm going to do a thank you show soon, brother. Yeah.
Hey yo, Mo. Islam, Mo. I think your Moors need to make that a part of their apparel. It fits very good. It's a great quality T-shirt.
Thank you, brother.
It's not one of your buy it today and it's gone tomorrow.
Right.
Like T-shirts, you'll have this one for a little while. If you take, you know, if you wash it, keep it clean, everything will be good. So I just want to say honors and gratitude to yourselves for always pushing Moorish World TV and putting, you know, the teachings of the Prophet Noble Juwali on the forefront, brother, because there's so many people missing that step, brother. And I give honor to you. I salute you and everyone else who's doing the same. And I'm going to continue to keep my hands on the gospel plow and keep that hammer in my hand, driving home the truth to its part of every part, Moor.
Indeed, my brother. I appreciate you, brother. And with that, we're going to close out. It's 11 o'clock on the hour. But let me give a shout out to my brother, man. My brother. Saint Nick the Moor in the building. Y'all need to get with this brother. Mound City Moors in the building. You got to get with this brother. Look, hit his name or something. Let me see if it take you somewhere. Let me see if I take you to his page or something. Let me see what you're doing over there. Let's see what he's doing over there. Because this brother got mixtapes. This brother have stuff going on. So let me see what his YouTube channel going. Y'all need to go over there. Mound City Moors. But listen, I don't know what he's doing, right? Let me check him out. See what type of video. He got 2 videos up right now. He put out one a week ago. So we want to promote this brother and get him doing something. This brother got mad talent. Let me show you something. Hold up. Let me show you something. Hold on. I'm going to take you to his page. See, we're going to force him to put in some work. We're going to force him to push this channel because this brother is sharp and we need more brothers like him so we can drown out this background noise of that foolishness. So right here, he's talking about what is the great white brotherhood. See, this is the science that we need so we don't get caught up into the customs of the nonsense. Check him out. Everybody, check him out. That's my brother right there. Saint Nick the Moor.
First off, I'd like to
rise, brother.
Great God of the universe, the causeless cause
Look.
People of the seven, people who were guided by
I'm not
even Jesus 2,000 years ago.
I'm gonna make y'all go there. I need everybody go to subscribe. Everybody need to go to subscribe to this brother channel. I'm gonna stop it right there. I need y'all to go and subscribe to this brother channel, and we need to force him to bring this science to us. The brother got it. That's Saint Nick the Moor. I love that brother. So listen, family. We need to go subscribe, go into his comment section and be like, brother, we need more. We need more. We need more. Because the only way we're going to drown out this nonsense, we need brothers like Saint Nick the Moor. We need our brothers in North Carolina, Moor Science Temple of America, home state, to put their channel on. We need brothers to put their channel on so we can drown out this nonsense. These lies about our Prophet Noble Drew Ali, this misinformation about our Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And so all of those who have, you feel me? All of those who have some talent and have a channel and have an idea, family, put it out there. We got to shut that. Listen, Cujo is already dead. And what I mean dead is he can resurrect. He just got to give me a call. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali teaches us that there's life. And death is the essence of the resurrection. So if Cujo called me, I will help him to bring his channel back. But see, he should have never tested me. And now that channel is I'm just playing Cujo. I'm just playing. I made myself laugh. So look, I'm trying to tell you. But Cujo, he always used to test me, right? And his channel, man, that thing ain't worth nothing now. Because he can't put his information next to the information of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. He's just a talking head. I'm going to screenshot you. You know what I mean? I'm going to pull out some books on you. All he going to do is read from a book like he telling a story. You know what I mean? So Candyland Moors, man, that's just a boneyard now. They're a boneyard. But we going to resurrect them. You know what I mean? Just like Moreno Bay. He was doing that stuff Cujo was doing. You know what I mean? Just talking. He was doing all that stuff. But now you go to his channel, he got some real nice content there. You know what I mean? I know he got mad at me and take things personal. I don't care. Talk gangster talk. I don't care. Let me tell you something. Ask about me. I don't care about your gangster talk. Don't bother me one bit. However, if you're going to do YouTube, you got to bring some personality and you got to bring some different concepts of information for the people. You got to do that. I mean, you got to do that. And so, Moreno Bay, keep doing what you're doing. Moors in America, keep doing what you're doing. But Cujo, Canaanland Moors, brother, you got to give me a call so I can help resurrect your channel. That channel is, listen, matter of fact, you can join the Noble Temple. Cujo, I'm giving you an offer. First thing you got to do is stop your language. Your language is horrible. You know, Moors, we have a certain character about ourselves. Nationality is quality of character. But if you can fix your language, you can join the Noble Temples. You see, you can fix your language and your character. You can join the Noble Temples, okay? And anybody who wish to understand or learn Moorish science, you are welcome. Email me at taharkabay@yahoo.com. That's all you got to do. I'm going to forward your name to the secretary, and we're going to get it going. We got a virtual Moorish Science Temple of America. We got a study class that I'm telling you, whereas though you ain't going to get me hooping and hollering and all of that. You know what I mean? You're not going to get me that on that. You know what I'm saying? But what you will get is the essence of the teachers. If you notice, right, that I was, if you notice, like, I was literally going in and scratching the surface. I was literally going in and scratching the surface on the science of what we were talking about. Now, if we were sitting down in the class, I literally will be going deeper with screen share. Notice I'm doing this freestyle off the cuff. I'm doing this freestyle off the cuff. You know what I mean? And so as I'm doing it freestyle off the cuff, I'm just really being a talking head just like the rest of them. But if we had a topic and it was based on the seal of the prophet, then I will be ready and bam, bam, bam. So hopefully we can bring my brother Montana up here again. So yeah. So anyway, family, I appreciate y'all. Let me put my man link up in here, man, because I want y'all to go to my brother channel. I don't know why I ain't put the link up in there. I'm gonna put it up in there right now, though. I want y'all to go to my brother channel, man, and many people going to see this video. I'm really thinking that many people come back and watch this video later. And so with that being said, there's the link to my brother channel. Y'all can hit that link and y'all can go there and subscribe. And I'm going to tell you, leave comments there. You know what I mean? Leave comments there. Then let's put that brother to work, because the brother got mad talent. He got mixtapes and everything. I wish I had his Twitter and all that, because I will flood his thing. You know, because I can't serve all you people. You know what I mean? It's going to take all of us, sheiks and divine ministers, to give it to the people like they want it. So, family, I definitely appreciate you. You know what I mean? And all I got to say is, hey, brother, Tony Montana, where was them Arabs in 1913? Huh? Tony Montana, where was those Arabs in 1913? When we was Negro, black, and colored? Where was those Arabs when that European was putting that rope around our neck? Oh, they was enslaving our people too. Tony Montana, stop learning wisdom from the Arabs and learn it from your ancestor. And when I say the Arabs, I'm speaking about the para-Arabs. Because just because you learn it from an Asiatic Arab, that doesn't mean that the Asiatic, so-called black Arab, didn't learn it from another black Arab, didn't learn it from a black Arab, didn't learn it from a pale Arab. Period, point blank. So where was these people when our people was suffering? They was contributors. So you can't enslave me and then teach me. I might as well stay with Christianity. You can't enslave me and teach me. It ain't gonna work like that. Not with me. I trust the one who look like me, who talk like me, who speak like me and speak in the language and what I dream of. And that's the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's who I trust. That's who who do I trust? Drew Ali. That's who. Who do I trust? Drew Ali. That's who. You understand? Who do I trust?
This man was teaching Islam here ahead of everybody else. That means ahead of Master Quran Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad.
Who do I trust?
You are taught under the strict religious Quran or Bible.
Drew Ali, that's who.
No Islam was here before Quran and Elijah.
Tony Montana said, when was the slave trade of the Arabs? Brother, they still enslaving people in the Sudan. Cut it out. Right now, this minute, they're enslaving people in South Sudan. Cut it out.
No matter comes before Quran and Elijah. No disrespect. Where was y'all in 1913? This is way before Martin had a dream. Way before Elijah had